the situation yesterday. I was pleased with what Shedeur Sanders did do. Do I believe that the Cleveland Browns are a good team? Hell no. They don't have the proper talent. They don't have a specific or a dynamic number one option, whether at the tight end position or a receiver position. And you're asking a rookie and a rookie running back to carry your team, or now a rookie quarterback to carry your team, and that's not.
Cam Newton just went off on Jeudy, and let's be real, Jeudy had it coming. The way he acted towards Shedeur Sanders on that sideline was flat out embarrassing, totally disrespectful, and had everyone watching in shock. Through all that chaos, Sanders kept his cool like a real pro, while Jeudy looked like he was losing control on live TV for the world to see. Now Cam, being the former NFL MVP he is, stepped in and exposed what's really going wrong inside the Cleveland Browns locker room. And it all leads back to one huge truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Jeudy is causing more chaos than chemistry. This blow-up wasn't random. It was the boiling point of tension that's been simmering for weeks. That sideline moment during the 49ers game wasn't just two teammates bickering, it was a full display of dysfunction under the brightest lights. You've got Jeudy, a veteran and Pro Bowl receiver.
And I'm going to just keep it above.
Yeah.
You're not in a position to question another quarterback that is young and is expecting the best, the most out of you. And if he's challenging you to do that, don't push back.
Clapping his hands, acting animated, and talking down to a rookie quarterback who's just trying to do his job. All of that on national television, unbelievable. But then came the moment that shifted everything. Shedeur didn't argue, didn't fold, he just stood there, calm and focused, shaking his head like a man who'd heard enough of the same old excuses. That was the instant Cam Newton saw the truth behind the Browns' smiles and decided he was done staying quiet. Everyone else in Cleveland was tiptoeing around the drama, but Cam spoke what fans were already thinking. Something is seriously off inside that team. Cam was spot on when he said the Browns don't have a true number one weapon on offense right now. Look around the league. Every top team has a go-to beast, whether it's a tight end who owns the middle or a receiver who takes over games. Meanwhile, Cleveland's out here fighting among themselves instead of finding their alpha. It's chaos disguised as competition, and Cam Newton just blew the lid off it all. Winning teams always have that one player they can count on when the pressure's real and the clock's running out. The Steelers got their weapons. The Chiefs, they've got a lineup that scares defenses every single week. The Bengals, man, their offense is stacked with playmakers ready to change the game in one snap. But Cleveland doesn't have that spark. That's the real issue sitting right on Shedeur Sanders' shoulders. He's not just trying to learn the NFL game or adapt to Kevin Stefanski's system. He's trying to survive it while working with receivers who keep disappearing when the moment matters most. Shedeur's out there doing everything right. His effort, unmatched. His mindset, locked in. His growth, real and noticeable.
Whether you want to give the credit to you being a leader or not, Shedeur Sanders is depending on you. Shedeur Sanders, any other quarterback, whether it's Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, Bailey Zappi, it don't matter. We need receivers to perform at a high level. I don't need to beef with you, brother.
Yeah.
We're pulling in the same direction.
The kid came into this league as a fifth-round pick out of Colorado. Nobody expected him to shine this early, but he's already flashing brilliance on the field. The problem? He's doing it without the support a young quarterback desperately needs to succeed. No consistent help, no rhythm with his receivers, no one stepping up to make his job easier when the heat's on. Cam Newton nailed it. If you want to win in the NFL, your quarterback needs guys he can trust. He needs receivers who fight for the ball, who make the tough catches, who lift the pressure instead of adding to it. He needs teammates who rise to the occasion instead of folding under the spotlight. But what's Shedeur working with? Jeudy. And right now, Jeudy's not looking like the answer at all. Let's talk facts. Last year, Jeudy was supposed to be that guy, the franchise cornerstone, the go-to receiver every young QB dreams of having. 90 catches, over 1,200 yards, first Pro Bowl. He looked like the real deal. But this season, total meltdown. He's on pace for career lows across the board, caught only one touchdown and dropped 6 passes.
Why is Garbage Jeudy yelling at Shedeur about throwing him the ball? You decided not to go for that ball. We ain't forget that you was frolicking with the fairies last week, gang. You lucky you got the ball in the first place. They saying he's mad about this, the ball being overthrown. Gang, you don't even stretch out your body to catch the ball. You don't put your hands out. You jogging. You ain't even attempt to grab it. I know high schoolers that would have dove for that. Nigga, Google says that you're not even in the top 30, bruh.
That's tied for the third most in the entire league. That's not bad luck. That's lack of focus, lack of chemistry, and lack of accountability. Jeudy was supposed to help lead this offense, not drag it down. Instead of being Shedeur's safety net, he's become another hurdle for him to overcome. And when your rookie quarterback has to play superhero just to stay competitive, that says everything about how broken the system really is. Jerry Jeudy is straight up disappearing when his team needs him the most. This dude looks more focused on arguing and showing attitude on the sideline than actually catching the ball that's thrown his way. That's exactly why Cam Newton's criticism hit so hard, because it's the truth. Jeudy isn't acting like a solution. He's turning into a full-blown problem, and that's wild considering we're talking about a Pro Bowl receiver. Imagine that. A supposed team leader becoming the very reason the locker room feels divided. He's supposed to be helping Shedeur Sanders shine. He's supposed to be that safety valve every young quarterback can rely on when the pocket collapses. He's supposed to open up the offense.
Eligible receivers' job and responsibility to be where the quarterback is expecting you to be. Not what this sheet of paper, not what the playbook says, is where does the quarterback expect me to be? Because if y'all locked in and y'all expectations is what everybody
Create plays and set the tone for everyone else. But instead of doing any of that, he's creating drama, sparking tension, and turning what should be chemistry into pure chaos. Now, instead of focusing on game plans and growth, Shedeur is forced to wonder if his own teammate is going to help him or hang him out to dry. That's not leadership. That's selfish energy eating away at the team from the inside. When Jeudy started getting loud with Sanders on that sideline, it wasn't just frustration, it was ego exploding under pressure. You had a veteran receiver, clearly underperforming, acting out against a rookie quarterback who's just trying to get him involved. Like, seriously? What's he mad about? Getting the ball thrown to him, being expected to play like the Pro Bowler he's supposed to be? That energy doesn't make sense unless you see what's underneath the surface. This isn't just about routes or targets anymore. It's about control, pride, and ego clashing in full view of the cameras. And the best part, Shedeur handled it like a boss. He didn't fold, didn't snap back, didn't let the moment rattle him. He just stood his ground, calm but firm, shaking his head like someone who already knows the truth. He's not the problem here. For a fifth-round rookie to show that kind of composure under fire.
What kind of was going on there? Are you guys okay?
Yeah, no, we spoke about it. We good. Yep.
What was the conversation about on the sideline? Was it something?
It was about a play.
Just one? Just one?
Yeah.
Did those sorts of things just happen like in the heat of a game and you just talk through it afterwards? Generally?
I mean, it's an emotional sport.
That's rare. That's leadership being born right in front of everyone's eyes. While Jeudy was busy losing his cool, Shedeur was proving exactly why he deserves the respect that Cleveland still seems hesitant to give him. The receivers just aren't stepping up when it matters most, and Jerry Jeudy's right at the center of that mess. If your main targets can't get separation, can't make plays, and can't finish catches, how's a quarterback supposed to win out there? You could drop a superstar under center, but if his supporting cast is out here sleepwalking through routes, that offense is doomed before the snap even starts. That's exactly what's happening in Cleveland right now. The passing game is stuck in neutral because the guys supposed to make plays simply aren't showing up. Watch the tape. It's all there. The lazy routes, the missed reads, the sloppy effort. It's impossible to ignore once you really break it down.
Of course, you want to be able to get him the ball, but you got to understand it take time. I'm more of a trust person, you know, and that's just what it boiled down to. So we have to spend time on task and with all those guys and be able to trust and be able to see things at the same lens. A lot of time out there, I would say, passing-wise, we're not seeing everything at the same lens or you know, certain guys aren't in the same spot that we seen and we practice. spot I'm saying, like, who lined up where. You know, if you put Jerry on this side, like, we just got to just be comfortable and just make everything consistent.
The numbers tell the same story. The energy on the field, flat. You can see it in how these receivers approach every snap. It's like they've forgotten what accountability even looks like. And here's the kicker. It's supposed to be the coach's job to fix that. He's the one who should be setting the tone, demanding better and making sure veterans are acting like pros instead of excuses wrapped in jerseys. But what do we see instead? A coach who seems more focused on smoothing things over than calling things out. Leadership that looks lost, detached, and unwilling to ruffle feathers even when the whole locker room's crumbling in plain sight. Cam Newton hit a nerve when he talked about fairness, and he's absolutely right. Every player deserves a real shot to prove themselves. Every rookie should be allowed to grow without getting dragged down by teammates who don't match their drive. And every quarterback, especially one as young as Shedeur Sanders, deserves receivers who help him shine, not ones who make him look like the problem. Fairness cuts both ways. You can't demand perfection from a rookie quarterback if his weapons can't hold onto the ball or execute the basics. If you want him to perform like a franchise player, then everyone around him better play like professionals too. Right now, that balance is gone in Cleveland, and until the leadership steps up and holds these veterans accountable, the whole offense is just going to keep spinning its wheels while Shedeur fights battles he shouldn't have to fight alone.
They're running this ball. They had the playbook more open for Dylan Gabriel. See what Shedeur has. Shedeur's out there right now with a limited playbook, so when he has an opportunity to make a play, he ain't trying to throw it away. He's trying to scramble forever because he's trying to make something happen. Like, at one point, you got to figure out who the young boy really, really is. Kevin Stefanski and those guys have to open the playbook up, and I'm cool. You got a really good young running back there.
Veterans are supposed to set the tone, not drag the team down. And right now, Jeudy's effort just isn't cutting it. There are plays where his hustle looks half-hearted, moments where even a basic catch could have extended drives or put points on the board. Instead of stepping up and showing leadership, Jeudy's letting frustration take over, and it's killing the Browns' chemistry. He's supposed to be the veteran example for Shedeur Sanders, the one steady presence a young quarterback can lean on, but instead, he's creating tension, doubt, and extra pressure on a kid who's already fighting to prove himself. This is exactly what happens when a team loses unity. When egos start outweighing effort, everything starts to fall apart. You can't win games when your supposed star receiver seems more focused on venting than catching. You can't build trust when your top targets are too busy blaming others instead of fixing themselves. Jeudy's sideline tantrums might make headlines, but they also make it harder for Shedeur to do his job. It's chaos, plain and simple. The Browns are sitting at 2-8 for a reason. They're not just losing games, they're losing control of their locker room. Nobody on offense is moving in sync. Instead of pulling together, they're pulling apart. Jeudy hasn't delivered. The offensive line's been inconsistent, and the entire system feels broken from the inside out. How's a young quarterback supposed to thrive in that mess? You can't expect him to carry the entire team when there's no reliable receiver or tight end to help him. You can't expect him to perform miracles when his best weapons disappear when the pressure hits. If Cleveland wants to fix this, if they want Shedeur Sanders to have any real chance to succeed, they need to act now. That means finding players who actually show up on every snap, not just when it's convenient. They need receivers who fight for every ball, who keep their heads straight, who care about wins, not highlight reels. They need pros who understand that football is a team sport, not a personal brand exercise. And for Jeudy, it's decision time. Either step up and start acting like the Pro Bowler you're supposed to be, or step aside and let someone hungrier take that role. Because as it stands, Shedeur's got nobody he can truly rely on. And that's not just unfair, it's unacceptable for a team claiming it wants to win. Right now, the Browns are trapped in their own mess, and it's starting to show on every single play. You can feel the frustration building, not just from Shedeur Sanders, but across the entire offense. The roots are lazy, the timing's off, and the chemistry is flat out broken. Every drive feels like a struggle, not because of talent, but because the team just isn't working as one. The energy's off, the effort's inconsistent, and it's clear this locker room doesn't have a unified voice leading the charge. The truth? Cleveland's biggest problem isn't talent, it's attitude. There's no accountability, no real leadership holding everyone to a standard.
Dylan Gabriel is owed the opportunity to showcase what they're capable of doing. With that being said, I do believe in equality. I do believe that, hey, what you give one, you must give other.
Yeah.
But it's not a must. It's best that you do. Now, the argument is, do you have Shedeur still have the week-to-week basis starter, or do you just say, hey, for the rest of the season, Shedeur Sanders?
You've got veterans acting like they've already made it instead of setting the example. You've got a coaching staff trying to smooth over issues instead of confronting them head on. And caught right in the middle of it all is Shedeur Sanders, a young quarterback trying to grow while surrounded by instability. That's not development, that's survival. Cam Newton's criticism hit home because he's been there. He knows what happens when a young quarterback doesn't have the right people around him. You can't expect a rookie to thrive when his supposed leaders are busy pointing fingers. You can't expect growth when the veterans are acting like victims instead of mentors. Cam didn't say anything crazy. He said what every fan can see with their own eyes. The Browns' culture is toxic right now, and it's strangling their own potential. And the saddest part, it doesn't have to be this way. The talent is there. The Browns could be a real threat if they got their act together. But until this team gets serious about discipline, effort, and accountability, all that potential means nothing. You can't win in this league if your veterans play selfish, your coaches stay silent, and your young stars get left to figure everything out on their own. Shedeur's done his part. He stayed composed under fire, kept grinding, and kept believing when others would have cracked. But one player, no matter how good, can't fix an entire system by himself. If Cleveland really wants to turn this around, it starts with changing the mindset in that locker room. The excuses, the egos, the sideline drama, it all has to go. At this point, the Browns have two choices. They can keep pretending everything's fine while the losses pile up, or they can face the truth and rebuild their culture from the inside out. Because right now, the biggest enemy holding Cleveland back isn't the opponent across the field. It's the dysfunction inside their own walls. So now, the spotlight is burning brighter than ever on Cleveland, and there's no hiding from it anymore. The whole league is watching to see if Kevin Stefanski and his coaching staff are finally going to step up, or keep letting this chaos spread like wildfire. Every week feels like another test, another chance to prove whether they're serious about building around Shedeur Sanders or just pretending to be. The excuses have run out, and the results speak louder than any press conference ever could. Because let's be honest, the Browns don't have a talent problem, they have a direction problem.
You want to know what a rookie should look like? What Brosner looked like for the Vikings today? No touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's what a rookie looks like. So for those that want to be hypercritical of Shedeur Sanders, please keep in mind what other rookie quarterbacks look like in their first and second starts. Because we just saw the Minnesota Vikings quarterback in one of his first starts with no touchdowns, 4 picks, and just do a completely awful and atrocious pick, just looking incompetent, so to speak, out there. So, no, Shedeur did not light it up. But like James said, he's not getting sacked in abundance. He's not throwing picks in abundance. He actually threw a touchdown pass today, very poised in the pocket, eyes consistently downfield.
The locker room split, the communication's weak, and the leadership looks scared to make hard decisions. When your veterans start acting out, when your star receiver shows more emotion yelling on the sideline than he does catching passes, something's seriously wrong. This isn't a team moving together. It's a collection of individuals fighting for attention, not victories. Shedeur's doing everything right, and somehow he's still catching blame for what's not his fault. That's wild. The kid's been poised, disciplined, and focused, traits that should earn him respect, not extra pressure. But instead of lifting him up, his own teammates are making his job harder. It's like watching someone try to carry a house while everyone else inside keeps adding bricks. How long can he keep doing it before something breaks? Cam Newton said it best. Cleveland's wasting potential because they don't know how to build around their quarterback. You can't keep switching plans every few weeks and expect results. You can't let locker room drama distract from actual football, and you definitely can't let a veteran's ego outweigh the importance of team chemistry. At some point, Stefanski has to take control, draw the line, and remind everyone what the goal really is: winning football games, not winning arguments on camera. If the Browns don't fix this, they're going to lose more than just games. They're going to lose their future. Shedeur won't stay patient forever, and neither will the fans. This city's been waiting for a real franchise quarterback for years, and now that they finally have one, the organization's wasting his moment on internal nonsense. It's not too late to turn it around, but it's close. If Cleveland wants to be taken seriously, it's time for accountability, real accountability. Cut the drama, fix the locker room, and build around the quarterback who's already proving he belongs. Because if they keep ignoring the cracks, this whole thing's gonna collapse. And when it does, they'll have no one to blame but themselves. Instead of being lifted up by his teammates, Shedeur Sanders is out here fighting against them, carrying the weight of a team that's supposed to have his back. He's exposing the truth for everyone to see. What really happens when a veteran refuses to handle adversity like a professional? When frustration turns into ego and ego turns into dysfunction, the whole team pays the price. He's also exposing what it looks like when a supporting cast stops supporting, when the players who are supposed to help the quarterback end up becoming the biggest obstacles instead. That's not just bad football, that's a culture problem. And now the whole NFL is paying attention to see what Kevin Stefanski's gonna do about it. Will he finally step up and make the tough calls, or will he keep hiding behind excuses, pretending this will fix itself? It won't go away, not until someone in Cleveland decides enough is enough and demands real change. Because right now, the Browns aren't just losing games, they're losing respect, and the world is watching it happen in real time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share for more real takes the mainstream won't say. See you on the next one.